We make good use of paths and journeys in our metaphors about what it means to be alive. We all must walk our own path, we often hear. To succeed in life, one must choose a path and stay on it. The reason we in Western society have such a strong preference for metaphors about paths, journeys, and roads is that we are culturally conditioned to think in linear terms. We see everything, from success in our professional and personal lives to time itself, as a matter of moving from point A to point B. Other cultures throughout history have seen reality as cyclical in nature, but we believe that we must be constantly moving forward in the cosmos, and that movement in any other direction is indicative of failure. Many of us spend our entire lifetime trying to get somewhere. Where is that there that we are trying to get to? We have many names for it: success, achievement, security, family, happiness, being in love, being the best, being settled, making something of ourselves. All these words are really describing is a state of mind wherein we feel we have accomplished something. As close as we can sometimes get to the ecstasy and serenity of this state of mind through physical shortcuts and worldly success, it seems to be the consensus of wise men and women across the centuries that this can only be maintained by coming to know oneself. Each of us has within us a divine spark, which is the essence of God. Awareness of the divine essence makes us feel good. This awareness is the state of mind that we all want to be in. The divine essence has always been and will always be. All we need to do is allow ourselves to become aware of it. In order to change our perceptions of ourselves and allow this awareness, we need to clear away the clutter that blocks us from it. This involves the work of healing the emotional wounds that have been with us throughout our lives, and perhaps even across lifetimes. Meditation, healing work within a community of like-minded people, and the practice of compassion toward all living things are great places to start the work it takes to truly feel good. Our state of mind is contingent on the condition of our heart. With a broken heart, it is not possible to reside in that state of mind where we know only peace and joy. A man with a broken leg can read a plethora of books about how broken bones repair themselves. He can study diverse surgical techniques and read accounts of others who have recovered from broken legs. He can tell himself on a daily basis that his leg is in the process of healing. Until the leg is actually healed, however, he will not have full use of it. In the same way, we do not have full use of our hearts while they are still broken. Popular spiritual teachers of the modern era tend to focus on the power of positive thinking. Spoken affirmations and inspirational stories are very helpful when dealing with short-term, specific instances of fear, anxiety, and depression. They do not, however, even begin to touch the problem of a heart that was broken long ago and remains unhealed. Sometimes, people seeking emotional healing and spiritual fulfillment become fixated on the inspirational as a way of ignoring the painful memories of early trauma that still dictate their emotional reactions and behaviors, even as adults. It is frightening to look at these issues, which is why they often become our deepest, darkest secrets. We hide them, sometimes even from ourselves. Many of us work very hard to keep our core injuries from being exposed. The state of mind we seek is only available through the healing of the heart, which requires doing healing work and dealing directly with our core issues and childhood traumas. Enthusiasm alone will not heal our hearts. Instead, we must employ courage, perseverance, and fortitude in the face of this healing, which is the most challenging and most important work of our lives. Remaining in pain keeps our hearts in that broken state, from which we cannot possibly hope to reach others. Whether we want to help or teach others to heal, or we just want to be a good influence in the world, we must begin by healing our own emotional wounds. It is relatively easy to fool others, and sometimes ourselves, into believing that we have healed our emotional wounds. All we have to do is read books, watch videos of popular speakers, and parrot the words we hear them say. Without actually taking on ourselves, however, We will have no true idea of the meaning of those words. We will certainly have no ability to help others heal if we have not done our own healing work first. We have placed our most profound problems in the deepest, darkest corners of our psyche. In order to truly heal, it is not enough to simply shine a little light on those problems. Instead, we must bring the problems out of the darkness and into the light, where we can see them fully. Only those willing to look at their problems in full daylight will come to know themselves well enough to truly heal their hearts. Old cartoons will often show a person with an angel sitting on one shoulder and a devil on the other. This illustration isn't far off from Eastern philosophical and Western psychological understandings of the working of the human mind. Most of us know well the experience of battling with two distinct inner voices, one telling us to behave and the other telling us to do whatever we want. This is an oversimplification of the real experience of struggling with ego personality. The ego personality is something we develop as young children. It is a defense mechanism against what we begin to see as a frightening, unsafe world. It becomes so strong that we often misidentify it as who we are. This ego personality is born of and nourished by fear. When we begin the process of healing, our fears begin to subside and our ego personality feels threatened. It can appear to be quite powerful in its attempt to keep us from healing. One common ego strategy to keep us from genuine healing is to convince ourselves and others that we've already been healed, that we can simply embrace positive energy and love all of mankind by deciding to do so. This ego strategy can be quite taxing, however, as it requires us to once again keep a secret, the secret that our heart is still broken. True healing requires plumbing the depths of our fear and suffering. Without going to the deepest recesses of our broken hearts, we will not fully heal. Working on our surface-level problems will achieve only superficial healing. In order to gain true depth of understanding, emotion, we must have the courage to face and embrace our most traumatic childhood memories, our most shameful behavior, and the ugliest aspects of our personalities. We can spend decades thinking positive thoughts and achieve very little genuine change in our lives. Or we can do the work it takes to heal our wounds and become the people we have always wanted to be, capable of creating the reality we have always wanted to live in.